Hello and welcome to IGPP Expert Talks. I'm Heena Goswami, Editorial Consultant with IGPP, Institute for Governance, Policies and Politics, New Delhi. Artificial intelligence has taken the world by storm as it has begun penetrating into our daily lives, and debate rages among experts on whether it would do human lives good or bad. Today, we begin a new journey as Expert Talks begins a new series on artificial intelligence. Of the many usage of this emerging technology, one that has caused much controversy and also trauma to those involved is the deepfake technology. So much so that even the Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi, in his recent speech said that it's important to understand how artificial intelligence works, as it could be used to create deepfakes to purposefully spread false information or have malicious intent behind its use. He also added that the looming threat of deepfakes has become a great concern and can create a lot of problems for everyone. To discuss the various aspects of the deepfake technology, we have with us Professor Deepak Garg. Professor Garg is the Vice Chancellor of the SR University and Director of LeadingIndia.ai. He holds immense expertise in the field of AI and is a prominent leader in the development, skilling, and research initiative in AI. Welcome to IGPP Expert Talk, sir.
Thank you, Heena. Thank you, IGPP, for inviting me.
So please do explain to us what deepfakes are and why the deepfake technology has gained traction in recent times.
So deepfakes are basically those images or videos which have been created to convince the general public that they are actually real. So the objective of any deepfake technology is to blur the difference between the real and fake. So they blur the difference between truth and lie. They blur the difference between the fact and fiction. So basically there are two types. One is known as autoencoders. Another is known as generative adversarial networks or GANs. So autoencoders are where they try to change or bring some reconstruction into your existing images or videos. While GANs, they create entirely new set of images from the images in which that particular AI model has been trained. So recently, why this deepfake has become very predominant or very popular is, number one is the cost of creating deepfakes has gone down drastically. So that means now anybody with having some compute and having access to computers and have little knowledge on AI can also start doing deepfake work. Second is that now, because deepfake technology requires a lot of images and videos to be trained on, so now millions and millions of images and videos are available because of proliferation of different kind of mobile devices. And third is the sophistication of the technology itself. Because previously when people were creating images, then it was from the image itself, you can see that it is a fake image. But now that difference between the actual image and the fake image has gone down. So it is difficult for the end user to distinguish. That is why now it is making more impact. So these are the three major factors. One is cost going down. Second is more data images being available. And third is the sophistication of the technology in terms of the quality.
So after the recent controversy that emerged around the deepfake technology, the Indian government expressed its intention that it would introduce rules addressing deepfakes within 15 days. Can you please elaborate on why such legislation is needed?
Because the deepfake technology is creating a distrust between the society. If you don't know what is truth and what is lie, then people don't know means which news they can trust upon. If somebody is creating a video of some political leader speaking something and it has been created using deepfake, then this creates a lot of misinformation if this is a deepfake. And other is it has the potential to destroy the reputation of organizations as well as individuals, because people can create their audio or video and show them speaking something or doing something unlawful or malicious. And other is that there can be possibility of even cyber frauds. We have seen that people getting calls from malicious speaking voices, or people uh, getting some videos where their own photos has been depicted in some other sense. So that is why it has become even more necessary for the governments to come in and introduce some kind of laws. We have also seen in democratic countries, AI has been used very extensively for changing the course of elections, for impacting the communities, impacting the specific caste, and sending them targeted videos or images which are deepfake, and then changing the course of uh, their thought process and changing the election process. So this has very deeper meanings and means potentially it can destroy our societal values. People can go into isolation. People can go into distress, into depression, if somebody uses deepfake technology for their own photos or videos.
Technologically speaking, is it like possible to regulate the deepfake technology? Is it possible to trace down where a certain image is originated from?
So we are here on kind of a very thin line. While there are ways to control the technologies, as of now, there is no foolproof technology which can do that. And it will be increasingly like that, because as I told that the quality of deepfake is increasing day by day. As the technology is improving and now multiple people are trying, so it has become the gap between the truth and deepfake is going down. The only ways to control is, one is that we have to educate and aware people about this so that they don't trust anything by seeing. Second thing can be that we need to have a law that if anybody is creating deepfake, then it has to be labeled. It should be written generated by AI, or it is not a true image. So something like should be written in front of the image or in front of the video, so that people can just see it for entertainment value. And other is that there are possibilities that we can see the source of the image or source of the videos. So then those social media platforms or other government agencies, they need to go to those sources. If it is a harmful content which can create disharmony or can potentially have the safety issues, then definitely those people should be held liable and there should be some criminal proceedings started against them, so that the people have fear that they can't do it openly.
So what are the existing regulatory measures curb the spread and impact of deepfakes, and how effective do you think they are?
So existing measures are, we have already IT Act 2000, so which in itself is not fully equipped to deal with it, but still it has something called intermediary clause, where we say that the intermediaries are also liable for this. For example, if we say all these social media platforms, otherwise means any person can post any content on social media platform, so they are not liable for third party posting. But if somebody makes them aware, or they themselves are aware that this is a illegal content or this is a content which can create harm in the society, then because of this intermediary clause, they are supposed to act. or if a government informs them or some court informs them that this content or this type of content, existing content or that which comes in future, should not be there on your platform, then they have the responsibility to take away that content. And now we are also discussing a new law which talks about that there cannot be any such deepfake that can be available. So that is in the draft stage. That is called Deepfake, Synthetic Media and Online Manipulation Act. So that has a lot of new things where more stringent regulations for public platforms are available.
So it is in the same vein that, the Union Minister, Mr. Rajiv Chandrasekhar, he said that social media bears the responsibility of regulating content in accordance with the Indian law. Do you believe that the social platforms have, will, or can take sufficient measures to combat the threat of deepfakes?
I think if the government and public and social media has the will, then definitely to the larger extent it can be done. One thing social media platforms can do is they can create a very easy mechanism to report and then to act upon those reports. So if some users report or flags some content as that this can be a harmful content, then there should be some time limit that within this particular time this will be reviewed and taken away. Another is that there should be they should invest in research and development where automatically they can easily find out such fake media. And third is there should be easy regulations that people who are posting such harmful content, they should be immediately barred from social media handles. There should be some criminal proceedings that should start, or they can be publicly told that these people have been barred because they were connected with some posting, which is a fake media. So if these things are taken seriously, then means 99% of the public will not come forward to easily post such things. Now there is no such fear, means everybody can fear anything. And they also need to partner with the ecosystem because the next generation is all in the education sector, means they are in colleges, schools, universities. So they should partner with the educational ecosystem to make people aware and also to develop this ecosystem and framework so that these things don't create a stressful environment, because this is the generation which is the first point of contact that will immediately get impacted. They are the most prominent users of the online content. So if they can be made aware that what this all deepfake is, what are the harms, why they should not do it themselves, and why they should not trust it, so then this problem can be solved to a large extent.
What are some of the technological solutions that can be employed to prevent the dissemination of deepfakes by both social media platforms and by the government in general? And how effective can these technological measures be in preventing the creation and spread of deepfakes?
So there are technological measures available, but again means the impact of those is changing. The reason is because technology is improving. So the counter technology also needs to improve continuously. If the gap between the real and fake is very less, then there may be also cases that the real content is also flagged, and then that will again become a problem. So one thing is that social media platforms or the governments, they can have a digital signature of the audio recording of popular people, or also the facial data set of those popular people. Let us say those who have more than 1,000 followers or like that. So if we have such database, then whatever new post comes or new image or video comes, that can be validated against that data set. And then anything that is not matching or has more unmatch than match, then that can be flagged. So that is one way, because there are very subtle differences also. For example, if it is a fake image, then there can be difference in the texture of the skin tone. There can be difference in the texture of the voice tone. There can be other very minor differences at the pixel level. So those people who are involved in AI modeling, AI making AI models, they know that how they can find out those subtle differences. So those kind of technologies also needs to be developed. And also we need to develop the transparent and accountable processes to detect and remove those deepfakes. As of now, many media companies are having a section on their website where they say that this is not true, means which is running a viral on social media. So they found that that is fake. So it is very good that they have a separate section, but now they are doing it manually, where their human resources are finding that this is fake and then they report about it. But this can also be automated, because the AI generated content is flourishing now. It will keep on uh, scaling up. So there will be millions or billions of such posts or such deepfake that can come. So that cannot be handled manually. So they need to create a technology framework which can detect it automatically, flag it, and also make the persons accountable. So any particular account from where it has come, that account can be suspended for some time and then can be verified that whether it has actually done it or not. So these are the kind of technologies. And also we need to invest in training our AI manpower. There are many students in premium institutions who are doing their PhDs in detection of deepfake technology. So the government as well as the private companies need to invest more in research about deepfake.
Do you think that the spread of deepfake technology and especially the controversy that it caused, relating to particular public figures, especially the females, do you think the spread of technology is also societal issue? And does it contribute to, or like contribute in contribute to gender related issues? Like what are the specific impacts of deepfakes that disproportionately affect a particular gender, and what can we as a society do to stop that?
Very important question. Means it is the law of nature that if something is powerful, then technology makes it more powerful, or means inherently it brings more power to it. So as of now, we know that there is a gender inequality. So that means one gender is considered more having more power or having more access. So this will further perpetuate the same gender to have more say in the technology landscape. This will make them more means they will have access to technology, so they will be having posting related to deepfakes, and it can be about the other gender. So definitely means I will say that now in our literature also, or in our all the images or videos that we see still now, because the society is biased towards a particular gender, so then the AI models also have the tendency to create that kind of gender inequality. So there can be possibility that some derogatory and demeaning deepfakes can be uploaded, created for females. So it is more likely, there is more probability that in the overall deepfakes that are being created, so this gender is more vulnerable. So people can harass them, people can exploit them. There can be even possibility of a follow-up physical security problem because of this whole deepfake technology. There have been examples also. There was a mobile app which took away their photos from their social media profiles and then created deepfake, showing them in some different ways, which was not acceptable to society. So there was a lot of hue and cry, and that mobile app was taken down. So now also some random incidences keeps on happening. So this needs to be taken very seriously, because then the problem is that even when these things are happening, that particular gender does not have access to the follow-up action also. So they can go into means suicidal mindset. They can go into depression. They can go into isolation. They will stop talking to others, or they may stop participating in this whole interaction with social media platforms. They can go away from these platforms. So it is definitely disproportionate towards a particular gender. So the power dynamics itself is the reason for that. And they are also underrepresented in technology. So let us say if we are creating some countermeasures where the deepfake detection R&D is being done. So how much focus is there that this particular issue of deepfake for specific gender is being taken forward? So as a research problem. So people are working on general deepfake technology, but I have hardly seen anybody working on deepfake for children, or deepfake for females, or deepfake for unrepresented communities, or deepfake for tribal communities. So that needs to be definitely taken care. So maybe the government need to spend some funds, because private firms may not spend on those kind of things where they don't see any profit. So these communities also don't have access to law enforcing agencies later on. So there also need to be some funds created, or some NGOs may come forward that those communities or those gender which are facing such problems, they provide help to them even if after it happens. So one thing is to stop it even occurring. Second thing is to detect it fastly and then correct it. Third is to provide them the successor after some event happens. So these three different stages of action may help to counter this.
Do you think as artificial intelligence is the next revolution that is going to happen, enabling women or girl students to take up AI in an earlier stage, and the government spending funds on it, do you think that can be one possible solution to ensuring that artificial intelligence, the technology itself, develops in a more democratic and gender sensitive manner?
No, you are absolutely right in that. So there should be specific measure targeted. For example, as a country, we are providing reservation to various communities because they were underrepresented, or they were facing issues from other communities in historical sense. So now if we feel that there is a gender inequality also, already there are many multinational companies which do gender specific hiring to balance their manpower. So in AI, this problem is even more acute. So you are absolutely right that there should be specific scholarships. There should be specific schemes where the female girls in school or in early stages of their colleges, they can have a special training on AI, or there can be even some courses that can be started which are only for the women candidates. There are already many institutions which are women only institutions in higher education. So maybe there we can invest more and start these courses.